Desert Owl Crafting. I'm Christy. How are you? I hope you're all having a great day and a great week and making all kinds of beautiful things. I have for you today an update on my silk sunflower kit. I apologize for not getting this out this past Saturday, but I just could not do it. I just couldn't. The heat was just getting the better of me. I couldn't even think straight. I tried to make a video and that didn't work out real well because I just couldn't get the words out. Tried to make one yesterday too, same problem. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to have to wait till I can do this. It's different when I'm doing a video on showing you a cross-stitch kit because that kind of just moves along really well and I don't have to think things to say. But when I do a stitch along and try to show you this kit, my mind just went blank. Totally blank. I apologize. So I will be getting back into showing this on a weekly basis. This Saturday I'll give you another update. We'll see how far I can get in 4 days. And then when I'm done showing you this kit, I thought it would be nice to do a stitch along, but instead of doing a cross stitch kit, I thought it would be cool to do a bead embroidery kit. A couple weeks back I showed you a bead embroidery kit of flowers that I got from Amazon that I think is really pretty. It's a partial, it's not super big. So I've got that started, and bear with me on that because I've never done a bead embroidery kit on video and I get a little bit OCD about the needle. So okay, let's get going on this. This is how far I have gotten. Now right here is halfway, so I'm almost to the halfway point in 3 weeks. Good news is that they're coming out with smaller silk kits, fan cells, and I spoke to Biggest Craft yesterday and they are getting those kits ready. They don't have them posted yet. I'll let you know when they do. But yeah, smaller size kits. Now this one is, I don't know if I did a measurement on this, and if I did I forgot, so I'm going to measure it again. Some of these are massive. The aquarium kit, or the core undersea, not aquarium, but undersea kit I showed you with the fish and the coral yesterday, was huge. So this is a little over 21 inches wide by about 15¼ inches tall. And I mean, it's a good size kit, really. And I'm kind of disappointed in myself because I guess I did not realize how long this was going to take. I thought I would be so much farther along than this. And I stitch every night, especially when my husband goes to bed because he gets up at ungodly hours of the morning. So he'll be in bed by 8 o'clock at night, and so I will just put on YouTube videos or something and stitch away for hours. So I really thought that I would have more to show. The problem is the thread. Now, I'm not saying it's faulty or anything. It's just one of those things where the number one rule of this kit is wax is your friend. So as you can see here, the thread separates. I don't know if you can see that all right. But that's why you have to use the wax, because you use 3 strands. It wants to separate and stay separated. It does not want to hang out together with each other at all. So I will use the wax, and I started using Thread Magic, and then I switched over to these kind of waxes. I got these on Amazon. I've gotten wax from Temu and Amazon and some of the stores that I do reviews for. I'm trying to find out which wax works the best for me. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. But I find that I have to go through. I'll go ahead and I'll put a knot in the end. When I pull it out, I'll put a knot in the end. I'll burn it so that it's burnt together, melted together, and then I'll run it through the wax. And there's slits on here so that you can run it through, and I'll run it through 3 times. At least 3, no, never more than 3. So 3 times. But then as you're stitching, I mean, you could cut these threads shorter if you wanted to. I use the full length that it comes in. I suppose you could cut them in half, but quite honestly, I'm lazy and I don't want to keep threading my needle over and over again. The least amount of time I have to spend doing that, the better. So about halfway through, maybe even sooner, it's always different because some thread's better than others. I will run it through I'll push my needle down here to the end like that, and then I'll run it through this wax again. Let me show you really quick. In case you're wondering, you're probably not, because I think it's pretty easy to see, but I'll just show you. So I'll take the wax, I'll put it through like that. I'll hold it down with my thumb and I'll just pull it, and it coats it with wax on there. Fortunately, all this wax is water soluble, so when you go to rinse your fabric after you're done with all your stitching to get the ink out, this will come out too. And it does keep it together better. I mean, it does separate up a little bit, but I guess I could do another go around with this and it would make it a little bit better. And then, so then when it's in your needle, it's not all willy-nilly. But yeah, it has been a learning curve for me, simply because of the thread. And I do go slower because of the thread. It's just not like cotton floss at all. Not at all. But it's not going to keep me from doing these, because I just think the end result is just gorgeous. The colors are so vibrant and so bold. I just love the look of this floss, and I'm hoping that after I wash it all up and the wax is off the thread, it'll just fill out and puff out and just be beautiful. So I do recommend that you all try one of these. I know Fan Cells, and then I spoke with Biggest Craft yesterday. They're coming out with silk kits that are smaller in size. So that's great, because I'm really kind of disappointed that I've been working on this 3 weeks and I'm almost halfway done, but not quite. So anyway, yeah, this is the update for my silk kit. I do not think I care for these, like, I think these are supposed to be bits of leaves on the front of the sunflower center, and I don't know if I like that or not. I just followed the pattern and put that in there, and when I was doing it, I kind of thought, I don't know. But I think what I'll do is wait till I'm done with the whole thing, take another look at it, and if I don't like it, I'll just pull this all out, frog that green stuff out, and just put the brown, fill it in with the brown. And I think that might look better, but we'll see. So anyway, this is a great kit because there's not a lot of confetti, and I finished one color and I'm almost done with my second color. Am I doing it one color at a time? No. I'm kind of just inching my way up, but then I got to a few sections over here and up in here that I happen to have the thread extra from a strand, so I just went and put it in there just to get it done. So anyway, that is my silk kit update. Tell me what you think down below in the comments, or if you're working on a silk kit and what you found, and if you have any tips. I love it when you guys give me tips, because you know, you can't think of everything, and I love to find out more stuff if I possibly can from you all. Now this is the Bead Embroidery kit that I have. Now this was on Amazon, and I'll get a bunch closer here. Sorry if I did that a little bit too fast. I want to try to get you close, but I still got to be able to see what I'm doing. So here's how the beads came. Oh, that's stupid. Hold on a minute. Here's how the beads came in a bag. And then there's the little thread, and I'm using this thread. You can use translucent thread if you want to, but I figured that I'd just use what they gave me. So all the beads were in a bag, and what I've done is I've gotten these little diamond holders from Diamond Painting. And I like these trays. They're from Bella Art de Nicole. because they come with lids so that when I'm not working on them, I can just put the lid on, and they have a nice little funnel so I can put the things back in the bag easy, and that way they're not gonna spill all over the place. So I picked out the 3 pink colors to work on this pink flower, and here's where I've been working on it. If you can see, is that gonna focus? It's right in here, and the colors of the beads, let me see if there you go, you can see it better there. The colors of the beads match the colors of this just so perfectly. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. It's so beautiful. It really is going to be pretty when it's done, and it's not a big kit. I've searched and searched and searched. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I've searched and searched for big full-size beaded kits, and you can find pretty good size ones and some absolutely gorgeous ones on Etsy. And they come from, I did get some beaded kits last year or the year before from Etsy, and they come from Ukraine, they come from Czechoslovakia, they come from Lithuania, they came from all over the place. And I actually have sent emails to some of the shop owners in Ukraine asking them if their stores were open, and every time I've sent them a message asking, they say yes, we are. So you should go check it out, and go to Etsy and just put bead embroidery in the search bar, and oh my gosh, stunning, absolutely stunning. See the best way I can do this so that you guys can see. Absolutely stunning, because I got to be able to see too. And as you fill it in with the beads, the white thread is just not going to show. Let's see if I can bring this in lower so I can actually put my hand down, not have to hold it up. Okay, that might be okay. Okay. And then I just reach over with my needle here, and I just pick up a little bead that way. But just one second, I want to make sure my phone's on airplane mode, because I just don't want it to start ringing right now. Okay, yes it is. Great. Okay, so how have you all been? I hope you all are doing great. I had a bit of a situation last week. I was standing in Sam's Club, because we don't have a Costco. The closest Costco is up in Vegas, and that's like 100 miles away. So I only go to Costco if I have to go up there, and I hate going up there. And I was standing there, and I had been to the post office and dropped off a few things. Okay, I've got to keep trying to focus on this for a minute, because I don't like it getting out of the way of the camera so you can't see. Oh, that's not it. You know, it's completely different to do this when you're just looking at it, and it's closer to your face. Anyway, I was standing in Sam's Club, and all of a sudden, I was just picking up a couple things. I got feeling like I was just going to pass out. So I went down an aisle, and I just stood there and held onto the cart and thought to myself, man, I hope I don't pass out. There's nowhere to sit down. I wasn't going to go bother anybody. But boy, that heat just got to me. So I came home and made myself a big electrolyte drink and jumped in the pool to cool myself off, which didn't help much because the pool was 92 degrees, and we don't heat it. We don't, what did I do? I forgot to put a bead on. Okay, I'm just going to pull that down and do it again. I got distracted by talking. Just pull that up. I'm just going to pull it down and go over in that same spot again. Okay. Okay, let me try this one more time. So this is going to be a light colored one. Won't even be able to see that I just made a mistake. Oh dear, this is just not working. I apologize, everybody. I'm trying to do this. And I'm not paying close enough attention. Now, I doubled my thread on this. I suppose I could have kept it single strand, but I doubled it because I wanted it to be strong, and I didn't want it to, you know, have break. And I can go so much faster if I'm just sitting here by myself. So this is really just to show you that it's really easy. It's not hard at all. And it really, really is going to look so pretty. Now, I've put this in a nerd hoop that I got on Amazon too, and this material is like, it feels like satiny on the top, but on the bottom underneath, it's almost like a little teeny bit felty feeling. Okay, there we go. Felt feeling. So it's not just but it's soft enough that it had no problem going into a hoop. It's so soft that I couldn't do this in hand. I mean, I suppose I could, but I don't want to try because I don't want to mess it up. So the other night I was watching my usual YouTube video people that I follow, and I was stitching, and I wasn't quick enough on the draw to turn the video off, and this video came on. And this video was a floss tube video of someone that looked familiar to me. I think I'd seen one of her videos a while ago. And she doesn't do them every month. So it's not like a weekly thing or even a monthly thing. I think it'd been a couple months since she'd done one. And it was over 3 hours long. And I gotta tell you, I sat there and I watched the whole 3 hours long floss tube video. It was amazing. Her name is Teresa Kogut. It's called, her channel is Teresa Kogut's Creative Whims. And she's into punch needle, and she's into the really into Americana. And she's a designer. She designs her own patterns. She's into punch needle. She's into felt applique. Just incredible stuff. And she had been to a stitching retreat in Wisconsin at this place called, oh, that doesn't look quite right. Let's see. At this place called Primitive Gatherings. I'd never heard of the place. I didn't have the needle in the right spot there. Let me get another one. So in her video, she was talking about being at the retreat, which I think sounds like a fun thing to do. And all the things they did. She was a guest speaker there, and she has an Etsy store with some really beautiful things. And I'd really never paid a whole lot of attention to Americana stuff, but oh my goodness sakes, it's really cool. It's really pretty stuff. Very, you know, old looking, I guess you could say. And yeah, I mean, the things she showed, the things she's working on were just spectacular. But the best part about this video was at the end. She had taken a video when she was at this retreat up in Wisconsin. And the place that held the video is also a store that sells quilts and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of stitchery stuff, like for felt applique. And she did a video walking through the store, and it's got really tall walls, really high ceilings, and there are quilts everywhere. She had to have shown, I think she showed the whole place, and it was just the most gorgeous, incredible quilts of all sizes, colors, designs that I've ever seen. I was mesmerized by this video and all the quilts that she was showing. And then she was also, and she doesn't talk when she's going through this store. There's music in the background, and she just lets the items in the store talk for themselves. I was just blown away by these quilts and by these felt applique pieces. It was just spectacular. If you get a chance, look her up on YouTube and check out the part of this video that she goes through this quilt store. Oh my goodness sakes. Now, am I going to do quilting? Never. Never. I'm not buying a sewing machine. I'm not going to do quilting because they boggle my mind. I don't know what it is about quilting, but it's just like a no-go for me. And if I bought a sewing machine, my husband would just absolutely kill me. It's like, really? Something else? So that's a no. But, and there's always a but, isn't there? I was really taken with the felt applique things because they were just beautiful. And I noticed that, you know, they use blanket stitch along the edges and back stitch. I thought, well, I could do that. I used to remember, I know you can still buy those stocking kits, right, that are felt applique. Well, back in the day when my kids were little, I made them those stockings. And now my daughter, that she has 2 kids, she's currently making them for them too because she loved her so much, and she wanted to make those for her kids. So it's a work in progress for her. And remember I had a lot of fun doing it, and I just had such a nice little feeling of satisfaction saying, wow, I made that when it was all done. It's like, you know, one of those things where I'm really good at following directions. Ask me to create something on my own, it's just, it's not going to happen. This is not a fast process for me, I'm sorry. So I went to this store's website, big mistake, and their things were just absolutely beautiful. I've lost my needle now. Okay, there we go. And they just had so much selection and so many things to choose from that I did find a couple felt applique things, and I just think they're going to be so pretty. I think I got a pumpkin one for fall, and then I got some Christmas ornaments. So I'll show them to you when they come. I got an email, I think they shipped. So then I was watching videos again, because I do that every night. And another video came on of a place I'd never heard of before. You guys probably have. Shabby Fabrics. And they do all basically the same thing that the Primitive Gatherings does. But they do a lot of instructional videos on how to do this applique, whether it be with sewing machine or by hand. They sell kits. They have a gnome series coming out. They're taking sign-ups for it now, and it's gnome felt, or is it, I think it might be cotton fabric, not felt, applique wall hangings. And there's 12 months. You get a kit every month, and it's gnomes in different backgrounds and designs, and they are just, if you like gnomes, they are just beautiful. So like, I think it starts in November, and you get in November you get your kit for December, so you have time to make it for December. And these are just great, and they have just a ton of the quilting stuff. It's just mind-boggling to me. And then they have this felt applique stuff. So I'm thinking I'm going to sign up for the gnome thing, because they will be having YouTube tutorials on it all. And I thought, yep, there goes that following directions thing. I can do that. So it's like, the more I watch YouTube, the more of a dangerous place YouTube is for me. Because I really forgot. I mean, yeah, my daughter, when she was here visiting a couple weeks ago, is when she ordered her Christmas stocking kits. And I was like, yeah, that's great. I'm really glad you're going to make them for the kids. And I never thought to myself, well, why don't you do that again too? Until I saw this video from Teresa, and saw all the absolutely beautiful things that she was making. And the punch needle stuff, I mean, I've gotten a few of those little punch needle kits, but I had never really heard of it before, other than finding the kits online. I think, where did I find them? At Temu. And I think I've seen them on some of the websites of the stores that I review. But it was like, I didn't know what that was. I had no idea what that was. And she designs punch needle patterns. Oh my gosh. And she doesn't use like the yarn that comes in these little funky punch needle kits. No, no, no. She uses lots of other stuff. Now, will I ever try that? No. But, well, what I will try is the punch needle kits I got. I'm going to have to give those a go. I'm going to have to try it out, because it's some of it's just beautiful. And I had no idea. No idea. I get myself all involved in this, whether it be cross-stitching or diamond painting, and focus. I think I focus too intently on stuff, that when I'm really focused on something, I tend to block out everything else. And if it wasn't for these videos just coming on like this, I would not have known. So, you know, that kind of tells me that everything happens for a reason. I was meant to see these videos finally, and I wasn't ready to earlier, or I would have, but I think that it could be an interesting addition to what I craft, and an interesting addition to this channel if you guys would be interested in it. So if you would be interested in the that one going okay? Sorry. In the felt applique, and the things that I got from Primitive Gatherings is wool felt applique kits, and I think I said that the gnomes are going to be cotton fabric, and these kits come with everything. The fabric is all pre-cut, it's all fused, it's got your floss, it's got everything, and they're absolutely adorable. I mean, how hard is it to do a blanket stitch, right? I say that now. So let me know below if any of you are, because it's all stitchery, right? Just like cross stitch, stitchery. Let me know if any of you try any of those things. If you, I know that there's people that are quilters, like Angie, one of my subscribers, is making quilts right now, and she's a cross stitcher. So I think it's great to do more than one thing, more than one craft, more than one art. So I'm really curious if you guys would be interested in, I mean, I'm going to do it regardless, but if you would be interested in me bringing it to you, I'd really like to know. So here we go. I wish that I could have been a little bit faster with this, but it's hard for me to see those black dots. I have to make that a little bit tighter. So there we go. There are some beads for the beaded embroidery. We will continue to work on this. The other thing I was going to ask you guys about, so I was watching Natalia the other day, and she brought out Ambolite from Joy Sunday, which is a massive, huge kit. But oh my gosh, it is beautiful. I love Ambolite. I bought that kit from Joy Sunday, from Joy Sunday on AliExpress a while ago. I have not done a video on it. I haven't even opened it yet, but I'm going to do a video on this kit because I know that a few of the YouTube channelers have been doing a stitch along with European Town, and it's just not that picture's just, it doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't grab me, and that's why I haven't joined in with that. But Natalia had been working on Ambolite. Now she started Ambolite up again this week, and so I think that maybe one day this week I will do a video on Ambolite for those who don't know what that is, what kit that is. I thought that might be an interesting thing to do a stitch along, like every Wednesday, every Tuesday, Thursday, pick a day of the week, and we can work on that. And when I say this kit is massive, it's massive, but it's just so beautiful. So later on this week, I'm going to show you a few of the kits that I've picked up at the Joy Sunday stores on AliExpress, because because they're the factories. They have kits that you don't find in any of these other stores that I do reviews for, that you can buy online or even at Amazon. It's the Joy Sunday factory store, the Joy Sunday handicraft store, I think. I've written that down somewhere. And some of these kits are just amazing. So anyway, look for that later on this week. And there we've got some bead embroidery here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please hit that like button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And if you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful bead embroidery. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.